What if?
Oof, that opening. I want to talk about that opening shit. That was, just the way everything flowed and the fucking voiceover from the Watcher. I'm just like, oof, this is doing it for me. I like this very much.
Yeah.
I learned the name of him earlier today, the actor who plays him, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, I was just about to look that up real quick because I'm just like, he's supposed to play Jim Gordon in the upcoming Batman movie. Yeah, Jeffrey Wright.
Jeffrey Wright. He's doing a good job as the Watcher. I like it.
Oh yeah.
Also, I really, really fucking like how well boarded this first episode of What If was, because holy shit, that shit flowed super well.
Yeah.
Every scene, I swear to you, it's just like, oh.
Yeah, this is one where it feels very obvious they took a lot of cues from whoever was doing the color design for this. Because I don't know who the fuck was working on the color concepts for this, but they were just going ham on not just the bloom effects, but the coloring, the lighting, the differences in tone. It's fucking insane.
That shit was so beautiful. Like, I love that they used 3D characters on a 2D backdrop and were able to cel shade them just so that they looked cohesive and like they fit in with the background. It made everything so much better. And those effects were a thing of fucking beauty.
Yes.
Oof. I'm already in love with What If because that shit is animated so good.
Yeah.
So good.
See,
I really wish they'd called Peggy Captain Britain though.
See, my only problem with that is Captain Britain is conceived in a different way through magic and shit, and like, I don't know, the fanboy in me is just like, no, Captain Britain is made through different means, not science. But it also would have been awesome if she was just called Captain Britain, I won't lie.
Okay, so, I'm just like, it's like, okay, so you had a different approach on this. It was like, no, you see where I'm coming from.
Honestly, so many people have been talking about the animation, I'm just like, and comparing it to other animated series, and I'm just like, you can't do that. With a lot of other animated series, there's a lot more of a budget in place, and they are not given near as much love as this is. You go and watch a League of Legends animation, or like one of the animations for Overwatch. That's this kind of money over here. What you get in like all of less than 5 minutes, they got to play with for 30 minutes. Most movies don't get this shit.
Yeah, I swear, Disney is just like, Marvel, we will pay whatever you want to make your shit good. Just make it good. And Marvel's like, I got you, fam. Same thing with Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau and Star Wars. Just like, we'll give you the money and we'll let you take the wheel. Just make us money. And it's just like, we got you. Because this is just, to them, it's just fun.
Yeah.
They're just having a great fucking time. And I like to, you love to see it. And I'm not even saying that shit sarcastically. You genuinely love to see that kind of shit. I love to see that kind of shit. If you don't love to see that kind of shit, you might be a petty bitch.
It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Get the fuck out of here.
It's like, you just might be a petty little bitch.
See, what also gets me is that it's been the weirdest journey with this Captain Carter character, because originally she was created for like a mobile game. Like, I think it was like Avengers Puzzle Quest or Marvel Puzzle Quest or some shit. It was a very minor character. And then she got her own book, and now we're getting this, and I'm just like, this has been the weirdest fever dream possible.
They're just making an AU out of this because it's like, damn, this is actually kind of a strong concept. I mean, we can make it like a variant canon thing. That's a thing now.
I mean, after the fact that they kind of
Loki and the TVA Loki and the TVA have basically decided, fuck canon. Everything is canon. There is no such thing as canon. Canon does not matter. What is canon? Fuck you.
I mean, after they kind of stiffed, what was it? Haley Atwell, I think it is. Is that the name of the actor? Yeah, Haley Atwell. Out of the whole Agent Carter series, which I honestly loved. I loved Agent Carter. It was a good series. She's been an incredible sport, constantly willing to come back to play this character, and she was all about this when it got announced. She is championing this hard, and the fact that they said that this character will kind of constantly appear within this series, like over the seasons, so they're already confirmed that there's going to be more than one season, so good on the series. But, like,
Nice.
she's going to be a reoccurring thing within this series.
Okay with that, because it's like it's more or less just checking in on like Peggy doing all of Steve's bullshit.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we see all the ways Steve suffered and fought and overcame a whole bunch of different shit. Now let's see how Peggy does it.
And honestly, like, Peggy fights so much different than Steve. It is incredible. I mean,
Uh-huh.
the fact that she's animated probably helps a lot with that, but at the same time, it's just like she be bludgeoning people with that shield. She don't throw that shield.
Yeah.
She beats your ass with that shield.
She shit lays them 100% grass-fed hands on your ass. That shield is just like she doesn't need the shield. She just has it because it's cool.
Oh yeah.
She doesn't need it.
Oh man.
Well,
But
it's not bulletproof, but other than that, she really doesn't need it.
I don't know, man. Those scenes, especially the scene where she's jumps off of the Hydra stomper in the air, going through all those planes, beating ass left and right with the shield. I'm just like, I don't think I could see that any other way. That was fantastic. I'm sorry, I just can't see that any other way.
Oh, that whole scene. Like I said, she doesn't need the shield. She could be totally capable without it, but because she has it, it just makes it all the better.
It's just like, she'd do well without the shield. With the shield, oh, fuckers are dead left and right. Like, beating down some Nazis.
Steve was the pacifist by comparison.
Seriously. Like, man, freaking whole scenes of her just bashing Nazis in the head. It was just like, man, I'd say it's a good thing you fuckers have those helmets, but I don't think they're doing much in this situation.
The feeling those helmets are only making it worse. That's just like solid metal crunching in on your head.
Uh-huh.
It's like, oh, I bet that would have protected you against a bullet, but that ain't a bullet, Chief. That's a fist. A fist that can dent your skull.
And I gotta give props to them for actually getting in almost everyone to voice act their own characters. Everyone except Chris Evans, who, let's be real, he got to be played by, god damn it, why am I freaking blanking on his name? Josh Keaton. Josh Keaton
played Cap?
Yep.
Or Steve?
Yep. And I was just like,
you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it.
Exactly.
Like, Evans would have been fine, but this is good too.
It's about time he finally got to come back to Marvel after Spectacular Spider-Man.
You're goddamn right. Fucking. It's a travesty that they never got a third season. But, that's not my decision to make. But whatever. I'm still salty about it. I'm allowed to be.
And no, the Spider-Man series that they came up with not too long ago, yes, he does get to return as Peter Parker. No, this doesn't count because fucking series is god fucking awful. Well, he plays everyone except Spider-Man. That was my problem. He plays Norman Osborn. He plays John Jameson, J. Jonah Jameson's son. He plays the Spider King. He plays the Steel Spider. Everyone except Spider-Man.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, he also
this is
played
exactly the opposite of what
he also played Ant-Man in one of the Marvel shorts. So, I mean, he's kind of been in here for a while, but let's be real. Playing Steve Rogers is Mm. It's a bit of a step
Massive
up.
step up. Massive step up. From any of that other stuff, Steve Rogers is like, you just got promoted to fucking GOAT.
And I would say it's a bummer that they weren't able to get Hugo Weaving back as the Red Skull, but Hugo Weaving ain't about this shit anymore, and they basically got Ross Marquand, the guy who played the Red Skull in Infinity War and Endgame. So it's just like, I mean, he was already doing it to begin with, so why not?
It's like, we're not losing anything. We already had to do this, so fuck, come back, friend. We still need you.
Right? Honestly, it still gets me because it used to be a bit of a surprise that, for the Tangled series that Mandy Moore came back from it. That used to be like the biggest claim to fame in terms of a Disney series.
Other thing I thought was kind of interesting about the whole Captain Carter history is that fucking Steve became the first Iron Man.
I mean, ultimately, you didn't have to figure out an arc reactor when you straight up have the goddamn Tesseract to power everything.
Yeah, I mean, shit, that's just like an easy win right there.
Right? I don't know. I think that's about it. It's awesome that everything just kind of played out the way it did, and I'm interested to see where it goes from here.
I'm already excited because I imagine there's going to be a lot more of these what if stories that are just going to be just fucking amazing. Like, I'm going to geek, but some of these just look really, really good.
Right? Like, dude, Spider-Man as the Sorcerer Supreme, like, I'm wondering how that's gonna go down.
Oh, shit. Guess we'll find out next week.
Right? Alright.
Oh.
Next topic was the Bad Batch. All on you, boo-boo.
Oh, hold the phone. Hold the phone, and then drop it because I'm about to drop it. Let's start. First and foremost, the Bad Batch does star the titular characters, the Bad Batch. The Bad Batch consists of a squad of, quote, defective clones. They had they each had a physical attribute enhanced to like its fullest. So now each of them are like specialists in particular areas. You have Hunter, the leader, whose enhanced senses basically allow him to be an excellent tracker. There is Tech, who, like the name implies, is very good with machines and very smart. Wrecker, the strong one, because you just got to have a big old tank crusher. That's what Wrecker is, and we love him. And there was Crosshair, the sniper, who is just like really, really good with a gun. That's it. That's his thing. Yeah, as you do. They were introduced in the last season of the Clone Wars that Disney Plus decided they wanted to release to make sure that they could mark the cartoon as theirs. You ain't slick. Anyway, they were introduced in a 4-part arc in that last season. And, I had mixed feelings about them back then. Now that I've gotten to know them better, I can honestly say that while I used to like Crosshair, I think he's a fucking dick. Because he actually is, in fact, a fucking dick. Anyway, the series itself covers the last days of the Clone War and the beginning of the transition from the Republic to the Empire, especially when it comes to their soldiers. Clone troopers are being phased out because, as it turns out, the clones have a very strong moral compass, and conscripted soldiers are becoming the new hotness because clones are expensive to reproduce. Clones are expensive to produce. It takes at least 10 years to get one clone soldier, and that alone costs far too goddamn much. Hey, but you know what? Palpatine is a psychopath looking to get as much power as he possibly can, so here's what he's going to do. He is going to gradually make sure your army weakens more and more and more until, there's literally nothing they can do compared to his army, and then he's going to take all your cloning equipment for himself so that he can create some garbage bullshit clone about 20 plus years in the future that will die in another 30 because he's an idiot.
Well, that and Snoke.
Also Snoke. Snoke is one of the byproducts of all that crazy bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
The series has been very enjoyable. You've gotten to get very intimate with each of the characters I just listed off. There's one more that I need to bring up because it is important. Once again, the last season of the Clone Wars, where the Bad Batch was introduced, was also picking up on a thread from another plot that had ended a few seasons prior. Clone trooper by the name of Echo, if you're not paying attention, spoiler alert, gets blown up and does not die. Instead, he gets turned into like a cyborg, and they put a bunch of machinery and shit in his brain, hook him up to like this other machine that uses his brain in order to function in some such way. I didn't really remember the details. The long and short of it is they got him out of there, and after they got him out of there, Echo joins the Bad Batch. The first episode starts off with them meeting up with Depa Billaba. And if anyone knows Star Wars lore, because you've probably seen Rebels, then you know why that's an important name. And yes, they do meet up with her young Padawan, a young Caleb Dune. Again, we all know that name if we've watched Rebels. That becomes a recurring thing throughout the series. It looks like there's going to be a lot of interactions with younger characters from Rebels, because we do see young Kanan and we do see young Hera in the series, and it's just actually kind of incredible to me that the Bad Batch crossed paths with two of the main characters from the Rebels series. Kind of makes me wonder when oh my god, wait, I can remember his name. Zeph. I'm going to say Zeph. Makes me wonder when they're going to cross paths with him. If they somehow manage to squeeze a young Sabine in there, I'm going to probably lose my shit just a bit, but I'm not holding out for it, because Sabine was not that much older than Ezra around the time of Rebels. I do like the introduction of the character Omega, as well as her relevance in the story and her connection to other important Star Wars characters. I will leave that one out. See for yourself which ones I mean. But seeing Omega interact with the Bad Batch is actually nothing short of the most wholesome shit ever. She and Wrecker are as tight can be by the time the series has reached like its halfway point, probably even before then. I mean, realistically, her interactions with everyone on the squad are very, very adorable. It's that trope of strong, grizzled soldier man with a dark past now has to look after a child.
Lone wolf and cub.
That's thank you. I didn't know what it was called, but that's the one.
Yeah,
they have a lone wolf and something.
Yeah, it was an old series.
Yeah. Except it's more than just a lone wolf and cubs. It's like let's see. 4 lone wolves and a cub. I'm excited to see where the second season goes. I kind of want a bit more of some insight into how the transition between the Republic and the Empire went. It's just like, at this point, Star Wars is just kind of like outright saying, like, hey, guys, we really got to be careful in this day and age, because all the stuff that these cartoons lead up to in these movies and shit, this could really happen. There could be real life implications to shit like this. So, just keep that in mind.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
I can dream. That's all I got to say on the Bad Batch. By all means, do check it out. It is definitely worth the watch. If you're a fan of Star Wars, this will be right up your alley.